is for the big money time. Who is going to get into that winners final? Let's find out right now. We're going to see half of that get filled in just a moment. But remember, we are in the best of 5. We're going to get all the best stuff going right here, right now, for all of you.
That's right. They need to win 3 matches to move on into the winners final from here. Addymestic still on that Val. Aggz0 over on the Thundertaker.
With a little bit of extra defense as well. He's going to be a real big tank. He's got the biggest tanky defense stat in the match right now. He is going to be just absorbing punishment.
VipR and Hysen did manage to sneak in, grab the first weapons. Addy and Aggz0 left unarmed, but they're the ones with the damage lead. They were happy to just throw fisticuffs around wild. Hysen almost taking Aggz0 down off the top. Now Addy going for the edge guard. His sword is impeccable. Hysen trying to place these spear down airs, but it requires so much precision. Landing that on someone with Addymestic's movement and Val's movement speed is no small task. Addymestic chasing up into the sky, the sword neutral, finding the first knockout. VipR down to 2 stocks.
The double weapon throw, trying to read the outer movement from Hysen. He's going to go to the inside, and he's going to make his way back to the stage. And now it's the double axe coming out from the red team. They're going to be looking for a lot of disruption, a lot of big damage coming out here. But the counterattacks coming out from Aggz0 and Addymestic just ready and raring to go to get this damage just turned around on. VipR trying to make the blasters work, able to find a few side airs right now. There's the down kick. KO off the top onto Aggz0. Addymestic still living right now. So as well can be said for Hysen. Both players holding on to that third stock until just now when they both get taken out at the same exact time.
The perfect trait. An eye for an eye, a stock for a stock. Unfortunately, VipR is here on the back foot. Despite Baraz's defense, he is in the orange. Dieselheart's going to really have to... Oh my gosh, getting the double though? Okay, you're making stock.
VipR, what are you doing right now? Just keeping the damage going. That was like 80 to 160 damage onto both of the blue team players in just a long string of attacks coming out in like one consecutive order.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. And then busting up the combo and scoring a knockout. Man, Hysen is going off right now.
Hysen trying to go around the outside. He's going to find that dodge through Aggz0's down air, but VipR's not going to be so lucky. Ground pound, finding the KO off into the right, and that is going to lead into a nice mounted comeback here for the blue team, who is playing a little bit down, but Aggz0 still holding on to that barbecue until just now getting taken off the top, and now Hysen is the only one left with that second stock.
Uh-oh, Addymestic with another edge guard attempt. No, just the immediate rotation over to Hysen, trying to get a momentary 2v1. They've got VipR sandwiched. Aggz0, he's just looking for his place. He's got the hammer. It's the big, heavy swing. He's just got to find the target. Big ground pound. Ooh, I love how Hysen positioned that as far outside in that like push-off column as he could to avoid the hammer ground pound. Unfortunately, the side air knocking him out from the stage, and VipR is also gone. So Hysen left alone, but look at the damage. He's so close.
This is one of the best positions you can be in a 2v1. You got both of your opponents in the red, in their last stock. You have a fresh stock as long as you don't get caught, as long as you can stay safe and not take any damage, get any big hits. Look at this, already looking to be in Hysen's favor. He is the favorite to win this right now, and it is his game to win or lose. Addymestic has this whole game in his pocket if he can just get a big string off, but that big hit, he can't accept those.
Whoa, and Hysen baiting the dodge with that little bunny hop there. Perfect punish with the side air.
And that is going to be it for game number 1 as Hysen closes it out, that fresh stock working wonders. And that is exactly why stock extension is so important.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you said it, that's the best position you can hope for when you're coming back fresh. If they are both just one hit from getting knocked out, you just got to find 2 hits.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, if they've got their practice team combos, they only got to find 1.
well, they have to find 1, and then another, and then another, and then another to combo all that damage together. But yeah, one for the setup is all they need.
Ooh, yo, where's Foda? Where's Foda? Come give a shout out. We're going to Crystal Temple.
Yo! That was him in the background. That was crazy. We could hear him all the way from here. What the heck? Anyway, we got Crystal Temple starting off right now. Hysen and VipR getting things going against Aggz0 and Addy. Addy getting a little bit of this damage started off, trying to get VipR off stage. trying to get him focused down on those really short walls. If he can make that work, that's going to be a really nice early KO. But VipR making his way back into the stage, of course. So Aggz0 with a hammer trying to force off on the side the Undertaker rush. It's not quite the Thunder Rush with this skin.
Yeah, you got to be careful, though, because look at him. He's just threatening that corner when he's got the axe for so long. But VipR anti-airing him. These two soft platforms that are up there, the axe and the spear that is riddled across this map.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, back end of the recovery, taking out Aggz0.
That 360 degrees is always super dangerous. You got to be careful of those recoveries and those ground pounds from Aggz all the time.
Hysen went for the down air. VipR sending Addy up high. Unfortunately, he trades his own stock for it. Stocks are even. Slight lead for the red team. No! Immediately taken out. Addymestic and Aggz0 sitting on 5 stocks total.
VipR looking for a little bit of damage from this axe. He had himself positioned right in the center of the map. He had that map control in spades. Hysen getting pushed around by Addy, though. VipR's going to have to find something to turn around. He's going to move Aggz0 right into Addy's line of fire, and he's going to pick up his teammate instead. So that is a nice little displacement. Fantastic pickup
that
from the red
combo
team.
Was actually insane. Off of the weapon throw, the return fire back and forth into the signature. That's the highlight of the match for me.
I hope we got to see a replay on that one. But VipR making his way with the blaster. He's looking for a little bit more damage, trying to get something built up here. And what better way to do it than with the blasters? Addymestic looking for the recovery off the top. Hysen deep in the red, getting thrown off stage. Addymestic and Aggz0 now collapsing onto VipR, and a little bit of damage coming out. The neutral sig not quite going to connect onto VipR, but it is going to take Hysen's second stock down. And now it's just VipR and Addy, and Addy is in the yellow in his second stock. He is extending out way farther than this red team needs to allow it.
Ooh, Addymestic trying to bounce VipR and getting the ground pound. VipR, he can just... No!
Oh my gosh, it was so close!
Man, he almost got the hit onto Addymestic with the neutral air. That would have given him the chase dodge back to the stage. He would have survived. But fortunately, no dice. Addymestic just too far out of range.
Ooh, nice move. Nice option from VipR to try to go for that turnaround slide neutral sig to try to grab Addy off the chase. But Addy was looking for something a little different. He wasn't quite going in that direction just yet, so the timing was just a second off. But Addymestic looking for that KO onto Hysen off on the right, and that is almost going to be found. But VipR, in the meantime, is going to say, you're dealing with my teammate, I'll deal with yours, and he takes him down. And now Addymestic in a pretty similar situation to what we saw in the last match. I mean, we could definitely see him take this down, especially if you can find the KO onto Hysen. Hysen is probably going to have to play back just a little bit, play a little safer, and do that support role. And there he is, coming in with that down light, getting that starter up with those combos. And this is what you were talking about. All it takes is one good hit, and you're going to see a lot of follow-up damage from both of these red team players.
All right, so Addymestic, I mean, I like this a lot because Hysen was the main target. He was the one in deep red, but you cannot tunnel vision. So every time that VipR would come and swoop in and try and punish him for things, it's the hot target swap, tag him, start building up that damage slowly, set yourself up for success. And
now Addymestic just looking for he's looking for the good hits. He got the recovery. That's the KO off on the top. All he has left is VipR, and VipR's got that axe. It's a huge damage weapon. If he takes 3 more hits, he's going to be in the red. He's already in the red. He's going to take... Oh my gosh! And there it is. The save. The saving throw coming in from VipR to take that set, or take the game down.
Step slam. Actually ridiculous. Look at this. So Addymestic, he gets the gravity cancel down light into the recovery just before VipR can interrupt him. So now he's earned himself the 1v1. Now he just needs to find some good opening. Maybe the downlight recovery again, but no! VipR denying it. The backstep slam on Brawlhalla. So sneaky.
It always punishes that approach option. If you know that they're going to make that grounded approach, if they're going to try to use a signature and just try to speed in on you, that is always going to punish it every single time. If they wait it out or try to go high and you try to use that move, it'll get punished 9 times out of 10. But in that situation, perfect move selection.
Yo, Aggz0 swapping over to the Teros.
Uh-oh. We got big damage coming out now.
Big and angry. Keeps the hammer, trades out the orb, saying, you know what? I want Aggz. It's EU, it's 2v2s, it just feels right. Ooh, Hysen just busting up whatever gauntlet string Addy tried to get onto VipR. Uh-oh. Ground pound. How many options does he have left? Perfect rotation from Aggz0, giving a little bit of relief for Addymestic, getting him back up on stage.
Addymestic a little frazzled right now, not able to find too much, but does get the neutral light, sending over Hysen over to Aggz0. Aggz0 is too focused on VipR though to get that pickup, and there's the spear rush from Hysen to get a little bit more damage out. There's the spear twirl as well coming out, but that is not going to be enough to save his teammate VipR. VipR getting taken off on the left side, and Addymestic in the red. He is the one in danger on this red team, or on this blue team, but as long as he can stay alive, as long as he can allow Aggz0 to just go in with this hammer play, get a lot of this damage built up, he can come in with the support plays and then just find those KOs or find the combo starters there as well on the back end. But he is going to get taken out off the top from VipR's recovery, and this is going to be an even game.
Now Addymestic is left unarmed here. He's the one on 2 stocks for the blue team, so he wants to avoid taking as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, that does leave his teammate alone while he is trying to dodge around. Gauntlets versus Axe, that is a rough matchup just because the Axe covers so much area, and look at that, Aggz0's own Axe, the Angry Rainbow. He just slams that arc up over him, scores the knockout. Unfortunately, he paid for it with his stock. It is now 2 across the board, except we got a little bit of a checkerboard pattern up in the top right. Addymestic and VipR deep in the red.
Addymestic taking so much punishment, but he's living so long. VipR getting counterattack there out of the dodge, out of the spot dodge. Hysen getting knocked up into the air, and there's VipR off onto the side. Aggz0 trying to get a little bit of damage off of the Hysen, gets the weapon throw in hopes that it's going to connect with VipR.
No.
Ground pound onto Hysen is going to find that KO, and Addymestic trying to go in off stage onto VipR, but that axe play and making his way up back onto the stage are going to make things exponentially harder. But Aggz0 with the ground pound off stage, and there's another one in return from Hysen to save his teammate VipR. And now things are going to look even better for the red team.
That saved his teammate to keep the stock lead for them. That was huge.
Great movement and great move selection from VipR with the blasters off stage to keep Aggz0 spaced out. But Aggz0 just finding the edge of that neutral air to find VipR off the top is going to equalize these stocks, and now is going to be all on the line for both of these players. VipR and Hysen looking for the victory so they can get into the winners finals, and Addymestic and Aggz0 just looking
ground
to
pound
secure
immediately.
their space.
Hysen is out of here, and VipR, that caught his recovery, the dive kick before he touched the wall. No, he got back.
Just barely enough recovery options to get that little bitty space closed, but he still can't make it back to stage. This is dangerous.
VipR swinging his axe, trying to find any bit of room he can create for himself, but he keeps getting tagged just little by little.
A very cheeky option, too, from VipR to do the reverse slide charge neutral sig off stage in hopes that someone's going to chase him down, because if he lands that hit onto either one of these blue team players, they're gone.
Yeah, I mean, especially that gravity cancel neutral sig is absolutely terrifying from Brawlhalla if you're trying to edge guard him. Oh, goes for a little bit of the bounce combo team play.
Weapon throw is going to disrupt the Aggz0 just a little bit. The recovery's not going to connect. Addymestic with the neutral light, and there it is. This side air falling from Aggz0 is going to confirm that KO off of the team play, and that is going to mean Aggz0 and Addymestic are still in that upper bracket for now. We got 2-1 in the set, and you can see here the nice cohesion from Addymestic and Aggz0 to confirm this kill on VipR here. Aggz0 making his way back up to the stage.
Look at the baton
the neutral light, and boom. Falling side air, all you need.
So now back into the map banning phase. Hysen taking out the tri-platforms, some of the wider maps, smaller walls. Oh!
What is this?
Interesting.
There's other maps?
Oh, it looks like maybe he meant to just select Mammoth Fortress. That's right. They got you. They faked you out. Mind games and mix-ups start at character select.
I was so excited for a second.
Never forget.
3, 2, 1.
Can we just get an EU version of map selection where they're all Mammoth Fortress?
Oh
like April Fool's Day or something, please. Anyway.
So now everybody managed to arm up with a weapon. Hysen, the only one coming out unscathed until Addymestic managed to tag him with that sword neutral air. One of the best anti-airs in the game.
VipR with a nice falling ground pound off stage, disrupting a lot of the movement from Addymestic. Aggz0 not able to make it back. I don't think Addymestic was expecting that. He was too busy getting the damage off onto the red team to, I guess, maybe he just weighed the options and just didn't seem that saving Aggz0 was going to be worth it overall. But I think 30 seconds into the game, you don't want to have someone on your team, taking those stock losses. So, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out for them here. But VipR and Hysen starting off with this very, very strong start. And now Addymestic just doing the best he can to equalize the playing field. Woo!
And again, another baton pass for Addymestic and Aggz0. All you got to do is set him up, and Aggz0 will knock him down with that axe siding. So Addymestic, as much as he got tagged during last game, I was going to say he's the only one still left alive, and it still holds true. For once, I didn't curse him.
Addymestic now making his way back on the stage, weaponless, and he has to contend with Hysen covering that weapon spawn. And that is always going to be a dangerous thing. But VipR with the reverse neutral sig, gravity canceled off stage, is going to be what it takes to take that second stock off onto Aggz0. And Aggz0 now on his final stock, he has to be very careful. Technically, the stocks are even, but I don't think you want to force Addymestic into a 3 stocks to 4 stocks in a 2v1 situation, even though he's even though he would have potentially, because not anymore, of course, he would have potentially had all his stocks. That's not a situation you want to be in.
Yeah, that's why, I don't know, when you start falling in this lopsided manner, that's where it gets really dangerous. Because if you're left alone in a 2v1, at this caliber of play, they've got the practice combos. You're just going to get caught. All it takes is the one hit, and your stock is gone.
Weapon throw. Hysen finds his way back. Gets the wall touch as well. VipR going in.
Oh, no! Double head bunk on the bottom corner.
No.
And just like that, Addymestic is left alone. Gets tagged.
That's
by
so
the
devastating.
Signature. I know. He's only got 1 stock left to the 3 of Hysen and VipR.
Now, Hysen is in the red, but Hysen has been proven to be just a monstrous force when it comes to extending his stocks. He is going to last forever with it. And so finding those KOs, especially with VipR in the back end, oh my god, and the weapon throw. That was a phenomenal conversion into a combo there from both of these players, especially while holding Addymestic just off stage.
Jeez, the pogo Addymestic, that's gotta be it. Hysen and VipR taking the set 3-1 to move on into winner's final.
Fantastic play from Hysen and VipR. They're going to be moving on to the winners finals, like you said, and this is going to be just totally earned, especially at the end of that, where they were just able to convert so much of that damage into a combo off on Addymestic, and of course the finisher off stage coming in, the spike, and then the weapon throw, not even necessary because he's just so far down in that monocle.
Jeez, brutal. So now we're going to find out who they are going to be fighting in that winner's final, because the next match up is Aggz0 and Blaze versus Hermison and Ariel.
Oh yeah, and it is going to be a very good one. I can tell you that right now. I mean, we're going to see